Yo, my people. Hello there, guys. Welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I know I kind of am after yesterday's wonderful win. Yes, it was difficult, but we won. We won 2-1. We're finally back into the top 4 race. And here in London, it's snowing. I don't know if you guys can have a look, but if you just look right there, you can see that there's snow on the roof. Yes, there's snow. It's snowing in London. That's a first. It doesn't normally happen. It used to, years ago. All of a sudden, we've just stopped having snow. And now it's decided to show up mid-February. So, yeah, well done, snow. You're late. Anyway, we're going to get into today's nitty-gritty. But before I do, I'm going to ask you guys, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Let's see what's popping in the world of Chelsea Football Club. So first and foremost, we've got a little bit of news in regards to our game against Atletico Madrid. What's popping? Where is it going to be played? Is it going to be in Madrid? Is it going to be at a neutral venue? Is it going to be one leg? Is it going to be 2 legs? Well, we've got a little bit of clarity thanks to Angelo Mangianti, who's come out with this. Atletico Madrid versus Chelsea could be played in Warsaw. Will be confirmed today. Now, at the moment, at the recording of this video, there's no confirmation, but it is looking like we're going to be playing in Poland. Now, apparently, there's a chance that both legs could be played at a neutral venue. Obviously, to try and make it fair, because if we can't play the game in Madrid, and we can play the game in London, well, Atletico are going to feel a bit hard done by. Obviously, we don't mind. I'm not saying anything about us. We would happily take that. I can hear you. You're probably screaming at the screen now going, Younes, no. We want that. I know, I want that, but it's doubtful. You gotta understand, if we were Atletico Madrid supporters, we'd be looking at this and going, no, both legs have got to be neutral. Both. We can't play Madrid, we can't play in London. But that's the matter. At the moment, it's looking like there's a chance that both legs could be played neutral. Obviously, I think Warsaw will be the choice of Atletico, so the second leg could be the choice of where we want to play. But it's got to be out of London, I'm guessing? I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens, but it's looking like at least one of those games could be played neutral and in Poland. So we'll keep tabs on that and see what happens. But if we're going to drift aside now to some transfer news. Yes, I haven't spoken about transfer news in a little while. So I'm sure all of you are willing to hear what's going to be said. Well, let's jump into the latest thanks to Matt Law, who has come out with this. Thiago Silva hoping for Chelsea extension, but interest in David Alaba will rest on defender dropping his very large wage demands. We are interested in David Alaba. That's for sure. We know this and we've known it for a while. However, it came out that apparently a deal was struck with Real Madrid and he was heading over to Madrid at the end of the season because his contract runs out, he becomes a free agent, and off to Madrid he goes. Well, apparently, that's not actually done yet. So there's a chance a team like Chelsea could step in and try and nick the deal. Now, as I've said, he's a free agent, but what are his wage demands? Because this is what seems to be the stumbling block. Well, apparently, David Alaba is asking for £400,000 a week. Yes, 400,000. You heard that correctly. I'm not saying something else. You're not dreaming. 400 grand a week is what Mr. Alaba is asking for. Now, should that be done or not? Is that too much? I can already guess many of you are thinking, Younes, that's ridiculous. That's way too much. We're not going to do that. Can we just end that now because there's no point? I hear you. But here's where my take comes in. Before I'd think like that, before I'd go 400 grand, who do you think you are? Get out. The doormate is there. Get out. Leave. But now I'm happy to just leave it up to the club. I'll leave it up to the club. Look, if we can afford it, right? If Roman and Marina and all them lot are looking at their finances, which, let's face it, we're not in the boardroom. We don't actually know the detail of our finances to the T. We don't know, right? Only Roman, his pockets, and, the entourage around them know exactly what financial situation Chelsea are in. If they look at this and go, free agent, so we don't have to spend on buying him, he wants 400 grand, we can try and negotiate, but if he wants 400 grand and that's the final one, then we're cool with that. We can afford it. If that's the case, who am I to say don't get David Alaba? I'll happily have David Alaba. As long as Chelsea are going to win, I ain't fussed. It's as simple as that. If Chelsea can afford it, right? If we are at a situation where we can afford to pay that salary, then fine. Who am I to say, no, it's too much, Because let's face it, I've done that in the past. And later on, you realise that the club is actually able to afford what we were trying to say. No, it's horrible. Don't do it. Let's face it. We can only look on the outside. We're not on the inside. So If it's at a point where Chelsea go, yeah, let's do it, cool, we're happy with that, then fine, cool, they're happy with that. Fine, I'll have David Alaba. But if they look at that and go, no, that's ridiculous, I will totally understand. And I'll go, yeah, I agree with you. 400 grand is stupid. If you can't afford it and you think it's ridiculous, I'll be the first one to say, yeah, mate, it's ridiculous. Don't do it. So we'll leave it up to Chelsea Football Club and to see what they can negotiate with David Alaba if they are going to pursue this all the way and try and nick him from the clutches of Real Madrid. In regards to Thiago Silva, I do think an extension will happen. I'll be very surprised. This article from Matt Law does go on to say that there's a big, hesitancy to think that Tuchel isn't going to try and trigger the extension. Of course he is. He knows Thiago Silva very closely, very well. Thiago Silva's killing it at the moment. I'm sure Chelsea are very happy with him. He wants to stay. I mean, extension is going to happen. Let's face it. So I'll be very happy when it happens and fingers crossed it's soon. In terms of our centre-back situation, we're not done. We're not done. If you thought that was the only link, then no. Because this is the latest from Miguel Delaney. Miguel, take it away. Konate now looking a central defensive option for United and Liverpool and Chelsea, with Bayern leading on Upamecano. So, apparently we are keeping tabs on Konate. Ibrahima Konate, 21-year-old centre-back from RB Leipzig. Now, Konate is a good centre-back. I think we can agree on this. Now, RB Leipzig, we've done business with him in the past. Timo Werner. It happened. RB Leipzig Twitter admin. You know what I mean? We got something going on. So, if I ever have to reach out to you again, mate, I will. So if Konate is a target for Chelsea Football Club, be sure to know, Mr. RB Leipzig Twitter admin, I will be in your mentions. I will be tweeting back at you, asking how you are, and, to try and make it a little bit easier for us to come in and take your man. So, you're keeping your manager. I did contact you in regards to Nagelsmann. We got Tuchel. We're happy. You can keep Nagelsmann. It's all good. But in terms of Konate, Timo Werner might be missing an old teammate. We'll see what happens if Chelsea are going to pursue. But he's a good centre-back. Realistically, if we're talking serious now, I think he's a good centre-back. 21 years old. Is a bit of a tank. Is a bit of a beast. Is good on the ball. I would happily have him. Now, he's young, he's a big prospect, I'm sure he won't go cheap, so we'll see. Man United are interested, Liverpool are interested, Liverpool need a centre-back, let's put it right. So, we'll see what happens. In terms of Chelsea and our centre-back situation, we're not, lacking in terms of options. Say if we didn't buy anyone, we could try and persuade Tomori to force a way back to Chelsea if it comes down to it, even though AC Milan have the control of the deal now, but that's an option. We have Gurhi, who has come from our academy, and he's playing very, very well. We've signed Malang Sarr. We've got Mbayamba that we also signed and put into development, so when he's ready, I'm sure he's going to turn into a tank. We've got options. We're not lacking. But Konate, we'll see what happens later on in the season and heading into the summer window. There's also another rumour, but I don't believe this. I'm frankly going to mention it, but I'm not going to show you anything. There's a little rumour that Chelsea are in agreement with Boateng's agent, Boateng, who plays for Bayern Munich and has his contract running out as well. He's 32 years old, decent centre-back, let's put it right. I mean, Boateng, he's no mug. We know that for sure. But apparently, there's nothing really concrete about that. It's a tabloid story. There's no one coming out with big sources saying, oh yeah, we are in touch with the agent of Jerome Boateng. It's just, for me, it's a non-story. I think it's just come out of thin air. I don't believe it. So I'm going to, mention it to you guys, but I'm telling you, I don't believe it and I don't think it's true. So, you can make your own opinion on that. You can form your own opinion on that, but I've told you what my piece is. Now it's up to you. That's the latest in terms of Chelsea Football Club. Let me know in the comment section below what you think in regards to our tie against Atletico being played in Warsaw, Poland. If that is going to happen, let me know if you agree to it. Would you like 2 legs in a neutral venue? I know most of you are going to say no, but let me know if you think that we should do it just because it's fairer that way for Atletico and for Chelsea to be on a level playing field. What's your take on Konate? What's your take on David Alaba and his wage demands of £400,000 a week? Are you like me and just think, look, if the club are cool with it, cool. If not, then no. Or do you think, no, let's not do it because, 400 grand is stupid? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. I will be doing a few live streams this week on Twitch. Some FIFA, some Q&As, this, that, and the other. I'll try and see what I can fit in, but keep your eyes peeled because if if you are following me, you will be notified once I go live. So again, make sure you're following me on Twitch, and thank you so much to those that have subscribed. Thank you so much to those that have contributed. I will see all of you tomorrow on here for a brand new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.